Yeah, teacher Michael. In my experience living in Dominican Republic, uh, and I, as a teenager growing in Haiti, at the beginning, to be honest, it was very, very difficult for me to adapt with the culture, with the way that people live, etc. So in my culture, there is a lot of things that we don't allow. It's not things that is our business, but anyway, we just don't learning. But in other culture, yes, it's nothing. People do that. For example, in my culture, there is a a kind of treatment that they give to women that I don't really like. That I don't really like, I, but before I feel that, whoa, it was good. For example, I'm gonna explain myself. For example, there is some women, in every part of the world, the opportunity to work, the opportunity to find a job. For women, it's a kind of less compared to men. So there is a lot of women in the world that earn a life during things, doing bad things. They're not killing people, but for example, they sell our body, etc. Sorry for the expression. But in my culture, I growing up when a woman wear some clothes inappropriate, we use what we can call the criticism. So even though it's not our business, but anyway, we criticize them. So when I when I get in another culture and I say woman using wearing clothes that I called inappropriate, well, at the beginning it's a kind of shock and I can say. But anyway, there is a lot of other things that in my culture today I can say I'm okay with them, but when I see that things for the first times, it was difficult. For example, the way that people interact between together, the way that parents interact with children, etc. So here in Dominican Republic, there is a lot of things that it's allowed. We can do without anything. So like a Christian people, or like a person, there is a lot of things that I don't do. I I want I want to, but I just accept the reality that there is a lot of things, there are a lot of misunderstanding that people do is for make money, and this is a normal way of living, and there is okay. So if people in my environment is okay to do some things, even though in my culture that things is not allowed, I have to accept that because I don't live in in my country anymore.
Interesting, and congratulations. Really appreciate your thoughts. Really appreciate your idea. Congratulations, our beautiful Miss Neftali. Miss Taifi, you get the mic, please. Let's go with you.
Thank you again for the second chance to share my thoughts about this question. And what I want to say about this question is what sometimes will make the misunderstanding visible. And sometimes the challenge or misunderstanding you can encounter from other cultures, it can be vary from communication style, value, and norms, the way we see things from one culture or maybe in the country we living to, or maybe we grow up, it's not the same way. People where we go, like we live right now, see things. Even in your own country, you can facing challenges. I remember if you like grow up in the capital, like Haiti and Port-au-Prince, and if somebody live in OCAP, sometimes the language barrier, sometimes the way we see things, sometimes even the same country a little bit different. I remember, if you know, a lot of people from Haiti know that Asian in the capital, sometimes when you say somebody to cook something for you, it means something. But if you say so and Asian, people see it and another like with another eye, because the way sometimes we see things, the way we do things sometimes make can became sometimes challenges for you. Sometimes it's language barrier. If we're from a country, I remember somebody told me, like in Dominican Republic, when you say guagua, it's like Bob. But in Chile, I remember if I'm talking to, you say guagua in Chile, it's not boss. It's like baby, like little baby. But it's sometimes language barrier. Sometimes we can like create it, the misunderstanding between people from different culture, and sometimes it's body language. The way you did sometimes in your country, if you look somebody in the eye, it's nothing. But I remember I was looking into the internet, like maybe on Google. There's some country you cannot do that. If you did that, it's disrespectful, because they don't accept this from this country. That can be challenging. You say, okay, my culture is normal to look at people in the eyes when I'm talking to, but they say no. I remember there's a culture I say you can, when you go inside, you don't have to take like your sandals out. They consider like it's disrespectful. But in our country, but we mop the floor, everything is clean. Where are you going with your with your sandals? People are gonna say you don't have respect for work of people doing, for the chairs in the house. If your sandal is dirty and you get inside the house with that, sometimes it's just little stuff, but we can create a big misunderstanding. And what I appreciate about the comment on Miss Neftali at the beginning, like she said, sometimes in the country, something is not normal. But when you go somewhere else, it's like normal. I remember in Haiti, if somebody like kissing on the street, you get people gonna look at them badly. But I overheard a conversation from people from Brazil. They say it's like it's common stuff, and even teenagers, all of them, even here in the United States, sometimes I say, oh, I cannot even see this stuff, because in our country, if somebody see you, your parents gonna know before you get home. And sometimes you can get papa so hard because you do something like they consider like inappropriate, like you shouldn't do. But in other countries, it's like normal. People people accept that. It can be challenges for you if you have your children. You want to raise in the way you raise, it will be difficult, because the challenges for the country you live, for the culture you get into, it's a bit different for where you go. Sometimes it's gesture can make a misunderstanding. And I when you talk, it's like you give your conversations like insurance. But some culture don't accept people when you when you talk. It's like you ask for battle. And you can get in fight without even knowing. You can invite to be in a battle without even knowing, because this culture is different. This is why sometimes I remember I look at something on YouTube. If people who really like to travel, when you go to other country, you have to learn from this culture, because you can be in trouble if you don't know what you're gonna get yourself into. This is why sometimes I can say this is some of them. Maybe you can put conflict, or maybe misunderstanding, or put yourself sometimes in danger also without knowing. It's when like body language, gesture, like language barrier, the way people see things, like some cues, some idioms can be good somewhere, but somewhere else it's not. There is somewhere you can say it's a good word from the United States, but if you go to the UK, this word can have another meaning that can put yourself in trouble. This is what I want to say about this question. That's all. Thank you so much.
Yes, congratulations, our beautiful, beautiful lady, our beautiful one, Miss Stacey. You did really good job. Really appreciate it, and we can see you have a good desire, and you know how to do things. I really congratulate you and thank you a million. So now we're gonna go with a different person. It's a brother. You, Mr. Erler, please. You get the microphone, open it, and try to spread your words, please.
Yeah, I want to say something more. Thank you for that second privilege. I really appreciate it. So for me, that will sometimes is a challenge for me in the art, especially in Sosua. is the people behavior. Yeah, because sometimes my fellowization, even my fellowization have really bad behavior. So I'm someone who easy to get shamed. That's why this is a challenge for me because when they are in car, they're like, for example, today I was travel to come from to Santiago to come to Sasua, and in the Caribbean tool bus, there was no one who was speaking, and at the same times, I see tuition receiving call phones in the bus. When the driver talked to them, please do not speak louder. For them, it was something bad. They take that badly. They was talking bad to the driver. Yo, when I see that, I say, wow, and I'm Asian. I'm in this bus too. What they gonna say about the Asian? This is a challenge for me. Even though it's not all of the Asian who got the same behavior, but if you see a Dominican talking bad about the Asian, you cannot say nothing because it's for sure because they see that they are saying they see that. Even me as an Asian, I see that too. This is a challenge for me in the bank. To go to receive some money or to do whatever things that you want to do in a bank, you have to dress, like when you arrive, people can see you as a ciudadano, serious person. Like you do not go with the bank with shoe with con chancreta. Sorry for the Spanish. Do not go to the bank with those things. This is not wisdom, you know. So I can say to you, I don't want to say more about it because I don't really like to talk about those things, to talk about how people is. But that really hurts me. I can tell you that honestly, that really hurts me when I see those things as Asian because I love my culture and I love my people. I don't say they had to acting the same way I acting, and but yo, when you're living in another country, you should know how you should know the way to put yourself, the way to live, the way to dress, and always control that you are saying to other people. Always control that. Always control when you finish to eat something, even though even the Dominican got the same behavior. When they're finished to eat something, they just throw the garbage into the and into their big hood. Even the Dominican people have this behavior too, and this is a really that's a challenge for me when I see those things. Because I remember in my class at school, in my class, we have 55 students, and there is only 4 Dominican in my class. Only 4 Dominican. When they have break, we finish to eat, and when the teacher come inside the class, the student, the teacher see all of the things that the garbage, how the thing they give in the morning to eat before the class. They put all inside the class. And one day the teacher says, the way you are in the class is like that you are in your house. Yo, even though I was not in that position, but I was Asian too, I feel bad. And after that, you know what I do? After that, I feel ashamed. I go and talk to the teacher. I say I'm apologize. Even though I'm not, it was not me, but I was ashamed. I say I'm apologize, teacher. That will not happen again. And I talk to them tomorrow, next Saturday. They did the same things. This is a really challenge. That really hurts me a lot. The people behaviors, that really hurts me,
Mm.
honestly.
Mm.
Thank you, Brother Michael. That's all.
Yes, congratulations. And we already sorry as well for what happened. I'm sorry about that, but I really thank you because you had opportunity like to share your ideas and your thoughts as well about that question. Okay, so now we're gonna go with you. Our dear sister, Miss Fabiola. You get the mic, open it, and try to say some, please.
Good evening. So, welcome back for me another time. I just want to add something with, like, say my brother's early. So when he was saying about the trash and everything, they make the children made in his class. I think it's just not about culture, so it's just about education. So culture and education is two different things. So maybe in our culture, we just miss this part, how to educate, young people when we know how to put the trash not on the floor. It's just not about culture, it's just about education. And the other hand, it's just like, the phone call on the bus. So sometimes, as I am living here in the Dominican just stress us more than the native one. If they didn't, let's say, they didn't have a ruler, so you don't have to take a phone call on the bus. uh, you can say and take your phone call whenever you want and talk whenever you should talking on the phone. They don't have to press you and say how you should or when you have to take your phone call and the way you have to speak on your phone. I think sometimes you just have to know how to do things and let people know we know about your right. So what the way you teach me to do things because I know how to do it. So we didn't have, it wasn't a hospital. It wasn't we didn't see, so let's say we didn't see a sign, saying the phone call isn't allowed. So you can call and say everything. It's just not about culture. I think my brother say he's speaking, but it was something different, about culture. Like when we are talking about culture, like I said, so I'm living here in DR. It's just about our food. It's different than Dominican food, and we know that we have the best cuisine. We have the best food in, let's say, in the world. So our food is our culture, and as I am working here, I always bring my breakfast, and everything. So they are enjoy um, um, eating with me. They always say our food is different than them. So they like it, and they are always, put different ingredient, different things in their food, and also the way we dress. So we know how to do things, and they see it different. The way we speak, the way we do things. Most of the time, they say if we are discussing because we are now, our voice is different than the way they speak. They speak more, let's say, less voiceless, and we speak differently. It's just like going something, discussing. So I think we have the best culture. Unfortunately, now it's just not the best way to speak with our culture, with our country. So I think this is my point. So that put in the same package, education and culture is two different things.
Mhm. Great. So thank you, and thank you a million, our beautiful sister, Miss Fabiola. Was happy to have you, and we really congratulate you for your English as well, because we can see every day your Englishes are kind of different. You're kind of going, keep moving, and we really congratulate you. And I think you're gonna see the result in the future. I know if it's gonna be in 6 months, in 1 year, or maybe in some 5, 10 years, but you're gonna do it. I really congratulate you. I really love people like you especially beautiful ladies who've been doing really great job. Thank you. And congratulations, beautiful, beautiful sister. So now it's going to be our dear brother, Mr. Stanley. Please, you get the mic, open it, and try to talk things,
Yeah,
please.
thank you a lot, teacher. And I can tell you, did not happen to me, did not happen to me, but there's something that happened to me, back at the days, and then I just want, to say something because it's really important, to be well educated. And the thing that happened to me, it's like, I got a girl, I live with her, in the same area, and then, but we are not from, in the same place. Like, I live born and raised, Port-au-Prince. Maybe she was born and raised in Okai or Jacmel, thing like that. But one day, I saw her and then I just asked her, why she didn't greet me. And then she tried, to talk me down the way that, she talk or the way that she reply me, it's like she's have a way of condescending, and then I don't really like it because she think that because I'm in the same area with her, I'm not a educated person. But me, I got something that I really appreciate, in myself. It's like I'm a cool-headed person. I respect people a lot, even though that I got money or not, even though that I'm older than you, I still respect you because I need to give you that. And then I talked to her and I said, like, the way that you talk, it's not good. As a person that maybe, finished with their university, you shouldn't talk like that. And then, she make a lot of, noisy, try to hell at me. I just went away from her, and after a period of time she come back to me, and then after heard some things about me, like I finished with my university, stuff like that. And then she try to speak to me, try to explain me that she really did something wrong, and then she tried to present the excuse. And me, I didn't have anything about that because people, even though that you might be go to school, you might be well educated, but there are something that can miss, like to be well educated, there are two things that be part of that. It's like, school, your family, and church as well. Maybe one of them was missing, and I was really understanding everything. And after that, she, get to know me and know that I was not the person that I think I was before. It's for that reason me, I can, tell you that, guys, because I've experienced it. It's like no matter what in life, always try to keep your shirt on, because I think that when you do it, you will maybe will not be like the person in front of you. Because sometimes a person can act. Me, one of the things that I really appreciate, and then it's for that reason I congratulate you as well, my dear teacher Michael. You give me something that I didn't have before. It's to stay, even though that I'm under pressure, to stay, cool headed, to keep my shirt on. Because of, I read a lot of books talking about, personal growth, even though that someone did to me something and then I didn't appreciate it, I will not act because you act. I will act because of myself, because I accept to act, not because of you do something and then me, I will try to react, based on emotions. I did things not just because I know what I will do. Because when you keep your shirt on and then you keep your composure, you not act because of someone did to you something, but you act because of yourself. And then you will try to not be as the person. You will not be, the thing that person did to you will not do the same thing. Because if someone, just hell at you, and after that you hell at that person, it's like we are both the same thing. You see the point? And then it's for that reason, me, when someone did to me something, I try to keep my composure, and after that, I try to act. It's the thing that, I just, challenge, soon. And then I just want to say about that because, I still live in Haiti. I don't live abroad yet. I know it will happen one day maybe I would have something, to say about that subject, sometime in the future. I just hope so. But as I told you guys, be respectful in every situation because
Mm.
it will really help you. Thank you, teacher.
Yes, thank you. And thank you as well, our dear brother, Mr. Stanley, for your wonderful comment. I can say that question, it's a kind of deep. That's why I encourage you try to elaborate, people. Try to say things. The question number 3, it's about culture. The question says, what's your opinion about people? We say couple are here, but it's not only couple, it's people in general. What's your opinion about couple who are displaying affection in public places? Miss Neftali, we're gonna go with you, please.
Thank you, Teacher Michael, for giving me the opportunity again to share my thoughts about the question number 3. And the reality is the majority of couple that had the opportunity to live around them, unfortunately, they wasn't kind of people that share affection with people that they love, especially spouses. But fortunately now I have like 2 years that I'm living in another culture, and thank to God now I accept that it's normal. The right things is show to people that we really love, that we love them. Maybe telling them the way that we feel, telling them that we really feel and are hurt for them. For example, when I growing up in my culture personally, it was a kind of a kind of crazy. But when people fall in love, there are a way that they treat between them. For example, it's normal to listen a girl say to a boyfriend, "Good that." Uh, the boy also say to a girlfriend something's not really bad. Uh, it's a a accent, not really bad, but it's not also something beautiful like "I love you, you are my word, I feel love with for you." No, it's not something like that. This is the things that I say it's not the right way to treat people that we really love. For example, we have many friends, so if we have someone special, if you are someone that we are thinking to make a family, to pass the rest of our life with that person, the right way to treat that person is show that person privately or in public that we really love, no matter what people gonna say. We have to be a kind of widely to express ourselves to that person, because many family broke for that same reason. Because when we are growing up like a teenager, sometimes something won't happen with us, and we don't really have the love of our parents. So many times we are looking for that love that we need for our maybe father, in a boy or in a girl. And when we finally got married, when we finally got in our in our house, and we don't have this love, no matter the money that come in this house, it's always have this lack of something important, the love. So this is the reason in my opinion, it's normal not only couple, but people that really love displaying this affection in public place, because it's not they're not killing people. Those kind of people can say spouses or mother and daughter, or mother and son, vice versa, and also can say our own parents. So even though now uh, the fight is now we know about this is the right way to interact with our person. So we have to teach our parents that unfortunately didn't know about why they can do that because maybe they feel ashamed or a kind to do that. So this is our task to teach them. It's not nothing wrong if you decide to display affection in public place to people that we love. So this is my opinion. Thank you, Leticia Michael, to give me again this opportunity. And so sorry because I close my camera. The fact is, every single time that I want to express myself, I can't organize my ID because So sorry for that.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. Sometimes you can ask Miss Stacey, we don't really get Miss Yolanda. What's going on with her? We don't really get Miss Yolanda, but sometimes you can ask them, what do they do? Maybe at the beginning it was not easy, but I can see you've been doing really great job. We really congratulate you. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. You're gonna be at ease at it. So now let's go please with our dear brother, Mr. Emmanuel, and after that, you the other guys, we're gonna go with you, Mr. Emmanuel. You get the microphone. We're so happy to have you. Say something, please.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody here, especially you, Jamaica. It's a great honor for me to be here tonight to listen from your beautiful comments. People already talk. I really appreciate it because when I'm here, I feel grateful because I learn a lot from you. Yet about the question, and unfortunately, in our culture, we don't really love this kind of thing, especially in public space. But in my opinion, but it's not a bad thing, but something that sometimes I can say it's bad. But if you don't really show love at home, but it's normal to display affection on public basis. When I say sometimes people just do it for to show others they are in love, and when in reality they don't really in love. Understand? Sometimes if you don't really show the true love in the house, we don't really live peacefully, but not necessarily to do it outside. For that reason, we have to do it first at home. And after that, if you are in love, I mean, the true love, we get respect for each other, we love each other, that you can do it out. It's not a problem for me. But sometimes in other cultures, they don't think differently. They do bad things. Sometimes they have teenage right here. They don't have to do those things, but they just do it. But we have to be careful the way we show affection. Sometimes if we are in a place, they are young people, we have to be careful. But there is, as Christian, we know how to show affection, but if you are on public base. This is my point of view, and thank you, teacher.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations, dear brother. I know you know, and I know that you know. I really appreciate it, and I really thank you as well for that beautiful comment. Let's go, please, Miss Stacey. Say things, please, according to your experience, your opinion about that, please.
Thank you again. Yes, when I see this expression, I'm on the 5-1, I kind of laughing at myself because nowadays things is getting hot everywhere. Things maybe 5, 10 years ago in our country, we as right now as adults right now, we wouldn't even imagine in our head, but people doing it. Even though you're using like a couple, but we know in the world we live right now, it's not only couple we like display affection on the street. And like one of part of the comment of Miss Neftali made is that in our culture, even in family, we don't do it like that. The way when I get into Dominican Republic, I make the differences. Even the parents talking to the children, they have a way of doing it. In Haiti, sometimes it's a little bit different. You know, the way they show affections at the youngest age that help them when they growing up to show affection for the loved one. Even the way they call mamita, papito, even you're in a Spanish country. I really like the Spanish people because they know how to show affection. That's for sure. When I'm here in American people, no, they talk. They talk. Hey, hurry up, gotta go. But Spanish people is a kind of different, and this is why in a lot of country, when people like people who were living in Brazil, and people who living in Chile, they see things and they always talk about it. But in our culture, if somebody do that, you know, like they call gossip. People gonna gossip around the area about you. It's like you do bad stuff because they consider it like it's like something is I can say what can I say about it? It's a shame for you to do that in the street. There is a lot of way to show affection, display affection in public. But sometimes it's not the way they do. It's something this just for a quick moment. It has a meaning, but if something you try to do it again and again, people gonna see it and another thing because the extension you gonna give it people another to see you another way. I don't have any problem about, but it depends in when you're gonna do it, in when, where, even though it's in the street. But if there are people here, you're gonna see parents like put their hand on the eyes of the children because these people doing too much. Sometimes they really doing too much. Like Mr. Ali, you can just like take head, you can go kiss on the forehead, kiss on the everywhere, but not too for a long period of time. That's gonna give people like sometimes people gonna say, Can I rent you a hotel? There is a room there." It's because they go too far in the way they display the affection. Even on our culture, sometimes even difficult for us to express our love for our loved ones. Asian people, if people do that, they say, they imitate people from other country because we don't have this in our culture. This is what they're gonna do. Because in our culture, for sure, right now, things getting hard, like I say, and because technology also, we get connected from people from other country. And one of the things I know here, even though you say, oh, black people is not good with white people, and I see a lot of people like white people with black people with white people, Spanish people with Asian, Russian, like they put themselves together. When our culture get insight of all the cultures and they're gonna have children from these cultures, the way we Asian from Asian see stuff, they're gonna see them differently. Because now they're not only one culture. Sometimes it's two culture. I remember there is a lady say, I am Canadian, I am Dominican. I am from Puerto Rico. Why she can do that? Because their parents from each of this country, and she was born in the United States. You see, she's gonna have if she talk to the godmother, she have a culture. If she stay with the mother, he has a culture. Each of them try to push some culture, and this person sometimes it's like it's spinning around because he has too much stuff, and you cannot influence these people because you have too much stuff going on and we cannot influence these people. You say, okay, you're Asian. I can be like that. You say, no, my parent is American or my parent is Spanish because they have other culture. It's Asian make baby with Dominican Republic. You don't have expectation for them to have the same culture as us because they have different culture. The father gonna show the baby different affection, and if she growing up with the affection of the father, she gonna be like that, displaying affection all over the place because this is the way they do it in this country. And this is why I say there's positive aspect and bad aspect. Like sometimes that you're forcing the relationship because you're not afraid to show everybody you have somebody in your life. You're not afraid of that. And mentally you feel secure because you know your husband love you. If you show me outside, it's not important. You're gonna do it inside also. Sometimes you feel like secure, nobody, you're not afraid of anything because you feel secure. That is good for the health. And the bad aspect, like I already said, is depend on where you do with it and in the culture you are. If you go to India, you're gonna do that. They can you cannot return. Somewhere you cannot do that. If you go visit, you have a way to comport yourself. You cannot behave the way you behave in your culture, in your country. If you go to other culture, you have to behave yourself in some part of the world. This is my answer about this question.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Congratulations.
The subject is very beautiful because I've been looking for a long time for a subject like that in order to speak about. But in our culture, we always judge that like something which is not good. Why I say that? Because if two-person, uh, a couple, if they go somewhere, maybe at a beach, maybe in the street, if they are making love, they always thought that it is something which is bad. However, in the other country, they do it everywhere. Why in our culture we always judge that like something which is not good? Uh, I think that's all I have to say about.
Yes, congratulations and thank you. And thank you very much, my dear brother, for your. Mr. Stanley, you get the mic, please. Try to say thing about that beautiful question. You get the mic.
And about the question, it's pretty, deep, to talk about that. But I know that you guys, you talk, you make a really good point about that. And me, I can tell you, yeah, in our culture, it's not allowed, to make love in public. But I can tell you, it depends on because, there is a great saying. It says, moderation, in all thing, because excess in everything is harmful, and you need to know that. Me, I can tell you that if I got my girl, I got my girl or I got my wife, and then if I'm in public, I can show love, to my girl. I can show affection to my girl, but there's a way, to do things. But if I get laid or if I make out with my girl and then I go a bit for, and then it might be, disrespectful, for people's view or for people's place, because it's not allowed, to do this kind of thing, just in front of a person, you make out with and then you go a bit further. But I can show love to my girl. And I can tell you that it's not all over in our country, this kind of thing, is allowed to do. And then you need to know where you can do it and then where you cannot. Once you know that, you will still, respectful. You will not try to, make some other people, feel ashamed about you. And then I can tell you, yeah, it's a thing that it's not really, it's a thing that we don't really accept in our culture because, Asian people, is tend to be, 40 dirty, a bit conservative. It's a whole fashion man, stuff like that. I can understand things. But not right now, you can see that, we got a changing world where, young people also have, they have, different ideas. They see things, different from other, generation. It's for that reason you can see now, maybe in our culture, things might be, people will not accept that, at 100%, because we are not in the same generation with the preceding, people. And I can tell you that, guys, if you got your girl, you got your boyfriend, you got your wife, you got your husband, you can do stuff like that, show love, show affection, because you need to show your girl that you love them. When you do it in public, it's like you love this girl. For that girl, you love it because you show some other people that you got this. It's your official girl. It's your official wife. You are part of your girl. You are part of your boy. But there's a way to do things. And then if you know that you are at church and then you are in this place just to pray. And then if you can stay when you come home, to do things, just stay because you are in a place that we need to pray God. If you are in public and then everyone tries to hang out, it's a place, things like that can happen. And I can tell you, you will do it because you are in the right moment, to make things happen. Even though that you are in that moment, you need to restrain yourself because there is a way, to do things because it would not allow, to get laid, with your girl in front of other people. I know there are some videos that I watch, days ago. I saw people in United States, get laid with people in the street. It's kind of, disrespectful. It's not allowed, to do those kind of things. You can go, to jail. You can be beyond bars just for doing that. And me, I'm not against this kind of thing, because if I love my girl, if I love my wife, I need to show affection to them, to that girl. I need to display, affection in public. But there is a way. I will try to restrain myself, because I know that where I am, I can, kiss my wife. I can kiss my girl. I can play with my girl. Love things that relate to love, play, try, to kiss my girl, maybe on the cheek or on the lips as well. I can do that, but I will not try to go a bit further, because I know that I'm in a public space. I might be disrespectful for other people. But if I'm in a place where, people show love and just go a bit further, not too further, I can try to do this, because it's a place that appropriate, with the action. And I can tell you, it's not only culture. And then in United States as well, it's not allowed, to get laid with people in the street. You can go on the jail, just for doing that thing. And then, guys, as you know, try to restrain yourself, because you got house. There are some hotel that you can go to do this kind of thing. And then if you love your wife, you really love your wife, there are some other way that you can show that, by bought her, some flowers, by, hang out with her, try to eat out, try to take her out, try to have, a good dinner with her, try to have, picnic, do those kind of thing, not only, to show, or to show love, and to go a bit further. Okay, it's the thing that I just want to say, and thank you, teacher.
Yes, I really appreciate your comment. It's a kind of deep. I really congratulate you because you talk like an expert. Congratulations, dear brother, Mr. Stanley. I really appreciate that. Miss Neftali, let's go with you.
Yeah. I just want to say uh, other things. For example, in my culture, many people think that there are perfect. So if I want to kiss my person, that doesn't mean that I want to do more things in public, because this is the reason that we rent a apartment or a house. This is the reason we have our house. So I think the mentality of my people, my Asian people, when they see someone, uh, when they see people that displaying affection in public place, they just only think about one thing: children. They think about, whoa, this is bad person. No, that doesn't mean that I'm bad person. Only that I'm doing things that you, I mean, I'm not. I'm just doing things that you don't you judge that it's not things normal to do, but you need in your life. You think that it's not allowed to show affection, but you have a lot of affection. This is the reason that many people have bad relationship, because they don't have relationship for love, but for other things that is not our subject this evening. So I just like to say this is the best moment to think another way. This is the best moment to think that it's normal many things that before it's not. Because yeah, in many other culture before there is a lot of things that it weren't allowed, but today it's normal. So show affection, that doesn't mean that I want to make to do more things in public.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you. Thank you very much, like Miss Neftali, because people might think, okay, are you gonna make baby? No, I'm not gonna make baby. That baby stuff. So, for example, in the country where I am, like people do things a lot in the street, like kissing and showing affection, but never go too far. Never. I never get experience. And when I talk to other people, they say no, it's only there. Do you understand? It's only there. But in our culture, if people see that thing kind of happening, they're kind of expecting more. This is the thing. This is the thing. So thank you and thank you very much, Miss Neftali. So now our dear brother, Mr. Giraldo, you get the microphone, brother. Just open it and talk, please. And after that, Mr. Whitley. Let's go, please, Mr. Giraldo.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Really well, sir.
All right. I'm not going to talk that much because I noticed that I'm getting kicked out without no reason. You know why we are discussing about this topic right now? It's just because it is not in our culture. Because Haitian people, I mean Haitian people, so they are Barcelona fans or Madrid fans. They watch football too. They are used to seeing it in the stadium. So people in the stadium kissing each other. So it's not a problem for them to watch it in the TV, but it's a problem for them. And like this is not a problem to do that. But you would say like, yo, bro, you're supporting it. I'm not. I don't support it for a reason, and this reason is diabolical. It's for the single people. I mean, don't do that. So you need to. I mean, you people need to dodge doing it in front of single people because they are already suffering. Okay, about love, and then when you do that in front of them, it's much harder for them to handle the situation. So for their welfare, don't do that. So their mental health is in serious danger. So secondly, I just want to say for also your welfare, you guys, it's not it's fairly to do that. And look, let's say that you are on a bus and you're staring at someone, so and the opposite chair and your wife is next to you, and you let's say you're acting like a clone. You're staring to the person, and your wife is next to you and say, "Oh." So you know that person is looking at you and to you, and you say, "Bro, oh, that's my wife. Let's kiss my wife." It is not, bro. And when you do that, it's like show off. I think it's not fair. So it isn't. It's kind of disrespectful. And karma does exist. There are some people around here. There are some gentlemen that are just waiting for this moment. So you are exposing your wife to at the same time. So people, I know you don't live most of you don't live in Haiti, but they're really on social media. You know how thing goes. So when you do that, you can um, you can be crying later.
Mhm.
So I know I'm being sarcastic, but it's also the reality. Okay, so it's a yes and no at the same time. Thank you.
Congratulations, brother. Oh, Mr. Whitley, please.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, brother. We're so happy to have you.
All right. So I'm so happy like to have you too, Teacher Michael. It's a pleasure to be here with you tonight. So I hope I'm not the funniest person that we're gonna talk about this topic tonight. So I'm so glad that I'm the one who's gonna talk about it. So about love, what is your opinion about couple who are displaying affections in the public places? Okay, so everybody knows that in Haiti, like we have our behavior different from the others. So, for example, if I am with Neftali, we are on the street like working together. Who gonna shows what relates between me and Neftali? So my mouth will never explain what we are. So I think it's about the actions. The actions we're gonna identify who I am, who is Neftali is, who is the both person who are working together. That depend about the actions. Actions speak louder than words, right? Don't forget that. So it's important like to show someone that you love the love that you have for him. I don't know, but that depends. You should know like to manage about the thing that we gonna do when you're in public. So the right people, they have a special way like to do everything. That depends. But me, like I want to take over the right people, like about the direction too, the way they act. I'm going to do eyes the same thing as them. But now there will be a problem because that can be happen. The right men react, they make something. So, but me, I am going to try the same thing. When they do that, it's not a problem. But when I try to do this too, it's happening a problem. Everybody be amazed. Oh, what's happened? Like it's something like in as usual. It's not something like usually happen. What's happened? It's a thing like that because show someone the love that you have for him. I don't know, but for me, it doesn't matter. It's a clear when I am with my girlfriend or my wife, like to somewhere. So I should show him the love that I have. I should react something like when somebody sees us, say, "Hey, they are boyfriend, they are boyfriend girlfriend, they are husband or something else." It's my actions, but I should deal with that, like to manage to do not disturb the other people that are looking at you. Even when I know that it's a problem, it's correct, like to show love, to showing love to someone, like, to identify who I am with my love that I have in my heart, like for my girlfriend or my wife. But there's some special way that I should try to manage the thing, like to do not disturb, the people that are looking at us. You see what I mean? So our culture likes, but you and I as being Haitian. By the way, we are limited about something. Even when you don't want to know that. Even when like if I tell you that, that can be happen like you don't upset with me.
Mm-hmm.
But me, it's you. Like there is something that you're limited. Even when what you do, so when you just act like the actions, the people will look you like different with the others because that is not your culture. Like you try to teach on like the others cultures like to praise yourself, right? But it's you when you want to teach on something, like you want to, so try to take something right. It's not something bad. Even when for Haiti, like for the situation like we are undertaking now, we always like imitate the bad thing, but the right thing we never imitate the right thing. This is the reason why today, like you can see that we are on a deep. It's according like to the thing that we are imitate like the other country, but they have a lot of right thing that we can help us like to grow out in the deep, but we never do that. All right. So as I told you, I am not like the funniest person who's gonna talk about the subject. So basically, that's all that I can say about this topic. So it was a pleasure, teacher.
Yes.
Right.
Congratulations, dear brother. I think it's very good as well. I really appreciate that.
Right.
I appreciate you with your comment. Miss Fabi, you're gonna be the last. Say something, please. You get the mic.
Thank you so much. So, as we are talking about culture, so the thing I have to add is, what's normal in one country may be different in other one. So maybe it's an offensive with another country or another culture. So I think as a Haitian, so let's say Haitian men don't want to show love, show affection. So when you're talking about affection, it's just like a basic thing, like the way you're going to hey, so sorry, the way you're going to hiding me, give me a hug, the way you're going to it's like open the door when I'm going, when we go out. So the way you're going to, even your voice, the way you're going to speak with me, the way you're going to say things, just like show me affection. So to say things, it's just like kissing, like saying another word, another word, not those things. We have to respect other people too. Do it with motivation, not doing things like just thinking about yourself or ourselves, each other. If we have a relationship, not always us. So we just have to think this is a public place. So maybe thinking something can see what we are doing, even though it's just not something wrong, but is the person share our culture too. It's just not something going to make this person feel bad. We just have to take or try the best way to do it. So when you love someone, it's not something you can hide in. Love
Mhm,
isn't something to be hiding. We just have to share. It's something like espontánea, para decirlo así en español. Sorry.
mhm,
It's something like you just do it without taking the way you would do it. Sometimes we need a hug. Not always we have to be in a relationship. So as human, as friend, as sister, as brothers, show affection, show, I feel what you are doing. I feel like you are deal with. So we just share things will makes these people feel comfortable. And as I said, we just always try to respect the other space. It's not we are not in our house. We just have in public. So respect each other and show love the way you can show love. Do it every day. You eat, you feel good. What about your job? What is your journey? What is your trip? The way you asking thing, the basic thing, you just showing love. And even though, some expression, your facial expression, the way you smile, a simple smile, is just showing affection. So
mhm,
most of men Haitian, so they don't know how to do it. Unfortunately, this is let's say it is our culture. So we just take things the way we find it. But we know different when someone show you affection, even though in public or a space, your house or things like that. So we know it is better, it's always be better to receive an affection and at least someone you share your life with. Thank you.
mhm. Congratulations, Miss Fabiola. You did really great job, and I really appreciate your comment. Thank you, and thank you very much. Let's go, please. We're gonna keep on with the question, which is going to be the question number 4. It's deep, especially you advanced people try to elaborate. The question number 4 says, related to culture, they say, how do you think modern technology has influenced traditional customs and practices? Let's go, Ms. Neftali, please.
Yeah, thank you again, teacher Michael. About the question number 4. Today we are living in a technology world, I can say, and many people, especially teenager, is living their life depend what is the influence, what is the most influence things that happen at the moment. For example, one example I can take is we can say it's normally to see a teenager that like to watch some TV show like series, especially Korea, a series of Korea when they are talking, when they are treating other to other, they they acquire some habit. You can say no, it's not in our culture, it's not in our society, but this is what it is. And many people now it's as some custom, some practice that they are not really in the society that they are living. So I can say today, the modern technology has a great impact, a big impact in our society. This is the reason that a lot of things that we had uh, we had focused to do in the past. Today is a kind I can say we are losing those things. But unfortunately, in my humble opinion, in AD, there is a lot of things that we don't want to lose. A lot of things that is not in our advantages, but we just keep them, not because it's a give us or it's carry for us some benefit. So what I mean, the technology in a bad or a good way affect our society, affect some traditional custom that we had. So most of us, the technology uh, has a positive impact, a positive benefit. So we have in the world that we are living today to accept some things that are not living in 99 90 anymore. So we have to try to go away with the technology. We have to go away with the technology. For example, the same things with that we were talking, show love to our loved ones. It's not a big deal, but unfortunately for some people, it's not normal. So we understand and we respect their point of view because it's a traditional thing that until now we can't lose. So other things, the technology have a lot of benefit. Like a younger people, we have to know or function that influence, not to take the bad influence, not to lose our traditional custom because we have a very like Asian people, we have a widely culture. We have a lot of beautiful things. So I don't need for someone lost those beautiful things to keep bad influence. So we have to try to keep positive influence and to try to see how we can use them in our life to make good things, to make money, for example, because today in this world, young people with 30, 40 years, it has there are already wealthy people. So we have to know how that things function. So to finish my speech, I hope that you understood, guys. To finish my speech, I just wanna use example. For example, today there is a lot of social media that we can use to you can use them to in incomes. For example, TikTok in a lot of social media. But unfortunately, Asian people they have a way that they use social media. It's a modern technology, yeah, but they in our culture since at the beginning they treat women in a bad way sometimes. So until now, they still doing these bad things. For example, one day, I I see in social media a video of a young woman. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. The only things was she was wearing a less of clothes. So I can say for some people she wear some clothes inappropriate. And I start to to read the comments. Well, guys, I'm a very emotional girl, so I start crying because I don't know how can men treat a woman like that if you also was you were born by a woman, other woman. So how can people do that? This is if this is the way that the young lady find to have an income to take care of herself without hitting people. What how can I use criticism to kill our conscience of that lady because she's doing nothing bad. She's just using the technology as an influencer, and there is good influence, there is bad influence. If for you it's not a good influence, so just go ahead. Don't make a good and bad comment because there you don't you won't have a benefit to do that. You just showing to the world that like Asian people, you hate your brothers, you hate your sisters. So I can say modern technology has a good influence for us, but for Asian people, unfortunately, we we is uh we is more comfortable to keep the bad influence. But the good influence, we still have our superstition to say this is things of devil. We don't have to do that because it's not allowed. No, it's not. It's allowed. What we have to change, not the things that happen because it's the modern technology. What we have to change, I have also to change in myself, is my mind, in the way that I see things, the way that I think. There is a rule for everything that happen in the world. No, we have to adapt us in the way that the world is going and try to keep our benefits.
Mhm. Great, and thank you. And thank you a million, our beautiful one, Miss Neftali. I really thank you, but we really thank and we really congratulate all of you who had opportunity like to say things about that question. So now we're about to go. And I think next Sunday it's going to be like today, but the topic that we're gonna have next Sunday it's going to be easier because it's going to be about poverty. So I really thank and I really congratulate all of you guys who had opportunity to be there with us tonight. So we're gonna go. So now we are about to go. We are about to go. I'm gonna give you the mic if you want to say something. You can say it in Creole, not necessarily to speak English. You can speak Creole, you can speak French, the language that you speak. I know only some of you guys who from Africa and some countries in Africa. I don't really know. For example, we have our dear brother, Mr. Osei, I mean, Oseinu. I know if I pronounce it well. If you want to say something, you can say it before we go. So, I mean, so how did you see the club tonight? What did you love, or maybe you didn't love about it? And if you get something you would like to say, some suggestion for the next one, you guys, you're free. And Mr. Geraldo, please, you get the mic. You can speak English or Creole, but try to say something before we go.
Yeah, I just want to congratulate you, but so I'm impressed by your community. I didn't expect that. I encourage everyone, so everyone to say something when they are in in those lessons. Say something. But if you don't try to speak, so you will get. I mean, I just want you to know that the formula is to try to let people know what you wanna say. Even if you make mistake does happen to everyone. Okay, so try to say something when you guys come in this live. This is what I just wanted to say.
Okay, so thank you, my dear brother. As I told you, you're gonna get the next one. It's going to be about poverty. What you can do, get in touch with me to get the subject, They like to do research and to be ready. And you can invite your friends as well to be there with us. Mr. Stanley, you get the mic. You can say something before we go, please.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you a lot, my dear teacher. I will never ever, thank you because you did a lot, for me. And I really congratulate that. And I really, congratulate you, for that. And I can say, today I come right here, with the same pleasure, to enjoy, to make the most of it, even though that, I missed some question. I didn't reply all of them, but I really, appreciate this club. And I can tell you, the same thing, Teacher Michael. Hands down, you are the best teacher that I ever known. You helped me a lot, with my English. And then, guys, you can see it, even though that I make mistake, but I don't care about those kind of things because I need to make mistake if I really want, to grow in the beautiful language. I got big goal, that related to that. I need to speak, well, be able, to speak easily without, thinking about things that I'm saying. It's like, when you are so good at something, you don't even think about that, to express yourself. It's the way that I just want to be, sometime in the future. And I know that I will achieve this because I got one of the best teacher, in my side, by my side. And the other thing that I just want, to mention, guys, it's like, as I told you before, it's one of the best teacher that I have. I got good one, but this dude, it's really helped me a lot because it give me, the most important thing. I'm not talking only about English. He created, a book club where we used to read a lot. We read books about things that relate to personal growth, time management, leadership. And I can tell you that, guys, those skills, you really need them, to advance in your career because I know that we got some good goals. You really want, to achieve something greater in your life. And then you need, soft skills. And I can tell you that it's not only, English because you need knowledge so that you can be able, to speak about things. Some minutes ago, I text with someone in the chat box, and then it's like, maybe he's afraid, to speak, but I try, to encourage him, to say something because it's really important. If you want, to be good at speaking, you need to practice a lot. Practice, 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 practice a lot until you die because it will help you, the more you practice, the better you will get. You want to be good at, writing skills, write a lot. You want to be good at, speak, listening to, lis- listening skills, listening to things a lot, do it quite often. And then at the end of the day, you will see the turnout. And as I told you guys, Teacher Michael is a good teacher. You just need to enroll right here so that you can advance your English. You will not only acquire, words, you will not only be able, to speak fluently, to be accurate, but you will have something, more significant. It's knowledge, guys, because you will have chance, to read. It's something that I can't afford before, to read good books talking about personal growth, leadership, even though that I can find, some more means, but I don't really like those kind of books. You know, I really have kick out of things that relate to personal growth, time management, leadership, communication skills. And this dude right here will give you this opportunity, guys. Just take it because it's one I can say that it's something that happened rarely, to find a guy like him, give you opportunity, to have knowledge, for a measurable price. I really appreciate that, teacher Michael. Thank you a lot because you do help me every day, to move forward, to not give up. Thank you, teacher. And have
Yes.
a good night.
Thank you, and thank you a million as well, Mr. Stanley, because I was talking about you. You are one of my favorite students as well, one of the best. To understand? I really congratulate you because you're a student. They know that. They know that. They see that. Even though that you're in Haiti, you have all the problems that we know. We have gangs problem. You have like electricity, internet stuff, but you do your best. You do what you could do, and this is you today. Congratulations, brother. Well, Mr. Oseinu, If you can say something, I can give you the mic. If you can, because I know you come from. Okay, so just open the mic. Open the mic, and if you can say something, try to say something. Hello, brother. How are you?
Hello, Mr. Michael.
How are you?
I'm fine, and you, and I really appreciate it because you help people to express themselves in English. And I think that it is the best place that we can improve our level. And I really appreciate the way that you are
Mhm.
managing the debate, and that's very amazing for me. And I am a newcomer, and I would like to improve my level of speaking because I think that that is the best thing that I can do in order to to update my level.
Very
And I really
interesting.
appreciate it. And I'm a newcomer in this club, and I would like to improve my level because English is uh, the international language, and I think that we can't live without speaking English. And I would like to learn from you, and I would like to spend my time, all my time with you. And I
Mhm.
really appreciate, I really appreciate. And I would like to wait until next time in order to give my opinions about this topic. And I think that it can help me to improve my level and also to familiarize with the English language. And I think that if I would like to improve my level, I would like to surround with people that can help me to update my level. And thank
Mhm.
you for listening me, and may God bless you.
Congratulations, brother. So first of all, how do you pronounce your name? And
My
second, okay, let's go. First of all, please.
my my name is Usain.
Usaino. Okay, good. And second, where are you listening from?
But I'm from Senegal.
You're from Senegal. So what
Yeah.
time is it now in Senegal?
Senegal, it is 2:34 a.m.
44 a.m. Yeah, we can understand.
Yeah.
But anyway, I really congratulate you because it's like you from like Mr. Akon country.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We are in the same country.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm so happy to have you, brother, and I really congratulate you. And a big shout out to all of you brothers from Senegal. And I think next Sunday you can invite your friend as well to be with us because we're gonna have a beautiful subject.
Okay, okay, okay. I will invite them.
Okay, thank you, brother. Good.
Okay, thank you a lot.
Yeah, yeah. No, have a good morning, not good night. It's good morning because it's 2 o'clock for you in the morning. Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah. Well, yeah. Mr. Wedley, say something. Try to be short, but try to say something before we go, please, brother.
All right, teacher. So, but me, I feel like I'm wordless, like to explain me, like to thank you for your fruits, for your desire, that you have to educate like your brother, your sisters, your son, and something like that. So I don't know for the others, but me, I'll never say sorry, like because I got you like as my teacher, as being my teacher. So I feel like blessed and lucky at the same time. Only one thing that I can do for you, I don't have anything like to give you, and so that to pray you for the amazing job that you are doing for me or you doing for the others. But every day, like I'm going to pray God for you, like to protect you, protect your family, right? So I'm continue to bless you as you want because God can do all things. But me, I can't do anything. But God, He can do all things. So, teacher, God bless you. Stay who you are, never change, and then God will be with you. Don't be discouraged, even when but our side we cannot pray you. But don't be discouraged with us. Continue, continue, continue. One day. So even when it's not on the earth here, but on the sky, you will be get or like rewrite for all those amazing thing that you are doing today, teacher. Thank you very much. Have a good night. It was a pleasure to be here tonight.
Yes,
All right.
congratulations. Yes, congratulations, our dear brother. Miss,
Okay.
Mr. Whitley from Bahamas. Uh-huh. I'm really happy to have you. I'm really
All right.
happy. And I really congratulate you because you've been doing a really great job as well, especially with Miss Neftali, with Mr. Stanley, with the other folks. You've been doing a really great job. I really congratulate you, my dear people. I really love to get people like you as my student. I love all my students, but you folks, I get an a special stuff, like special love for you. Congratulations, brother. Mhm. Uh-huh. Yes, well, we have to go. We have to go, guys. So I really think of you and I really congratulate you. So have a wonderful night. Sleep well like small and big babies. Say hi to your family. Be well. Have a good night, everybody. Bye. Uh-huh. Have a good night, everyone. See you. Bye. Good night.